Ekkarma.com presents Midlife Crisis. Is it a reality? Myth versus reality. We have been hearing about people going through midlife crisis. Since the time I have gained any worldly knowledge, this is the most common thing I have been hearing people encountering it. Generally supposed to be occurring during the 40 to 60 years of a person's age period. No one knows the reason or the length. It depends on the individual person, men or women. More common for men versus women. Men's period generally lasts for about 3 to 10 years, while a female's maybe half of that, 2 to 5 years. Is it that women handle it better or have better hormones to handle it? Signs? Anxiety and depression are the most common symptoms that people go through. Small things which were not of any consideration earlier become insurmountable problems to be dealt with, sometimes even leading to panic attacks. Anxiety could be for travel, it could be for work, it could be for even things a person used to enjoy earlier. Sports, hobbies, you name it. This could lead to boredom for things which were routine earlier or even looked forward to by the person. The person becomes disinterested, and that leads to more complications. A person working a 9-to-5 job is impacted if the disinterest is for the work they are doing. Extreme disinterest leads to performance issues, leading to job dismissals sometimes. Effects. People start withdrawing from the society. Frequent calls to family and friends become more and more infrequent. Days go by, even months, before people connect with other people. Outside world is oblivious of the person's problems. They start believing that the person is ignoring them, stroking their ego, and thus the other person also starts the ignore process. So instead of getting help from family and friends, the effect is that of Newton's law. They get an equal and opposite reaction from the other person. So if you ignore someone, they ignore you more, and the distance between them grows. This exacerbates the problem, and they fall more and more into this abyss. You also get a lot more nostalgic. You yearn for things in your past. Maybe getting to experience things like their childhood. You want to meet people in your past, but not making any effort to do it. It is just a wish, nothing concrete is done to experience it. Another effect is financial impacts. You spend more on unnecessary stuff. You start buying things you don't need. Clothes, something for the home. Could be anything and everything depending on the person's financial condition. Multiple cars, bikes, or houses if your finances are strong. If you are in debt of $20,000, another $5,000 doesn't make much of a difference, so your debt also increases. How to deal with it? There is no one-size-fits-it-all treatment for it. Multiple things can be done. First and foremost being of sharing your feelings. Identify the closest person you can trust. It doesn't have to be everyone in your family and friend circle. A husband can confide in his wife or vice versa. Sister can confide with their brother or even someone in their friend circle. Identify that friend who has your back. Who would lend a shoulder for you to cry on? Exercise can help. Engage in some meaningful exercise during the week. You don't have to exercise daily. Build your routine. It could be 3 days a week or even 6 days a week. Make sure you have enough time to rest. Frequency is not important. Repetition is. So repeat things every week. Make it a habit. There could be variations to keep things interesting. If you do weights, maybe try cardio for a month. Change will keep things interesting for you for the ease of that repetition. Be more positive. It's easier said than done, as this is the hardest part. Identify what makes you happy. Meditation, writing a diary, or maybe develop some hobby. Keeping yourself busy is the key. Not to sound cliched, but like they say, an empty mind is a devil's workshop, so keep yourself busy. Extreme cases may even require help from a psychiatrist or therapy with a psychologist. There is no stigma. Take the first step and take their help. You may have to hop around to find that perfect psychiatrist or psychologist for you, but that is part of the process. Don't get discouraged.